Happy Monday, everybody. Conrad Yakabels here with Park City Television's The Scoreboard for your web-exclusive content on this Monday. Wasatch Girls Lacrosse comes in second in the Region 8 and 5A for this season. They have a brand new coach in Trish Miller, and our very own Brent Martindale caught up with Trish to talk about the upcoming season.
Hi, everybody. Brent Martindale with The Scoreboard on Park City Television. We are happy to have with us today Trish Miller, the new head lacrosse coach at Wasatch High School. Trish, thank you so much for taking a minute with us here on The Scoreboard.
Of course.
So we want to get to know you just a little bit. Like I mentioned, first-year coach at Wasatch. I'm sure you have done many things. Tell us just a little bit about Trish Miller, what we need to know.
Yeah, I grew up playing the game of lacrosse back on Long Island. Had a stick in my hand since I was 5 years old. Grew up with a lot of brothers who all also played, so got thrown right into the mix with them. I played for a New York State Championship high school team, and Then I went on to play club lacrosse in college before moving out to Utah. I've been out here for about 5 years now, during which I have coached with Park City Youth Lacrosse, and I currently coach a club team with Tenacity.
What college did you play for?
SUNY Cortland.
Okay.
Upstate, right by Syracuse.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so lots of experience. It sounds like you're a lifelong lacrosse advocate, it sounds like. I don't know what you think of the state of Utah yet in terms of experience of lacrosse, but I can tell you I have enjoyed learning lacrosse here the last couple of years and supporting the high school team here, but seeing other teams playing the state as well. So what do you think of the level of Utah lacrosse in girls?
It's been really exciting to see how much it's growing over the last few years. It has a little ways to go, but I think now that we're sanctioned and all the different high schools are all trying to put together a team as best as we can, I think it'll be really exciting to see where the schools go in the next 2-3 years.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about, you have your team tryouts, or at least the first week of lacrosse last week, unless you've also been maybe doing some conditioning as well. Tell me what you think. What's the high school looking like right now?
Yeah, we've been doing some conditioning over the winter a couple times a week, but now that we have the full group together, it's been really fun to see the group of girls and the dynamics that we're going to have. And I think everyone's just excited to have a season. I mean, Last year I was supposed to be the assistant coach at Wasatch.
Okay.
We had 2 games and then that was it. So I think the girls are eager to get back out on the field and to continue to learn.
Let's just for a second ask that. We know that COVID has been obviously such an enormous part of everyone's lives, not just athletes, but everyone. Tell me how has this been for the girls that you knew last year coming into this year? What has it been like for them?
I think it's been a bit of a challenge. You know, they came in ready to go. First year, supposed to have it sanctioned. And unfortunately, that didn't last very long. So that was a tough blow. But I think they're ready to redeem for last year and just keep the ball rolling and get it going.
Let's talk about your team. Who I guess talk about experience coming back. And you can give us a few names. I know it's hard to not name everybody, but tell us what the experience is like coming back and maybe young players also that might help. Yeah,
we have 5 new girls who've never touched a stick before. So we're getting them in pretty quick to learn, and they're getting the reps quick. So they should be good to go shortly. My midfielders, a lot of them are going to be returning players for me. So it's nice to have that dynamics to help run the offense and defense since they're on both the sides. Some of the big names for us will be Caitlin McGuire, Sophie Nielsen, Sarah Livingston, and Kaylee Smith.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We know Kaylee, of course, one of the camera people here at the high school, does a great job, but she's been telling us that she's very excited for the season to start. So now knowing just a little bit more with players, we talked a little bit about the conditioning. Weather's not been bad, right? I know.
Great first week compared to last year. We had sunshine. It was nice.
And what type of things do you do? How do you condition for lacrosse? It seems it's a great cross between like the endurance of a basketball game or a soccer game, and yet the explosiveness of something else like volleyball or football. How do you train for something like that?
Yeah, it's we have a smaller team this year too. So the girls all need that endurance to last. Our key players will be playing 90 to 95% of the game. So they need the endurance, the agility. We try and rotate each day between a little bit more long distance conditioning versus the quick sprints. But they're getting a good 15, 20 minutes of conditioning every practice. And then our girls.
You mentioned, of course, the inaugural season of girls lacrosse, but I know before that there were very, very strong club competitions here in the state of Utah. Again, what does it look like for Wasatch? Still kind of a young team building up, or are these experienced players going to really make an impact?
Our 4 or 5 that I just named earlier definitely will be key players in carrying the team, but this will be a big building year for us. We have a lot of freshmen, 10th graders. So it is a big building year. We have a very young goalie. So we're going to take it day by day and just see where it goes.
So the games are coming up. We know spring break's coming, of course. It sounds like March 22nd. However, we have a game. Tell us again that game, Highland, at Highland?
Yep, it's at Highland.
Okay. And then through, I believe, March 24th at Lone Peak. Lone Peak is a bigger team, right?
From what I know, yes, they've had a team for a few years. I'm still getting into it and learning all the different school districts out here, so I couldn't tell you that much about each of them. I know a lot of teams have struggled a little bit this year to get numbers, so sure. I think it's pretty much anyone's game at this point. Good.
Well, and that's the type of thing we like to hear. Now, once again, Wasatch High School Girls Lacrosse, that for those watching, the inaugural, at least the official varsity season was last year.
Yes.
I believe, and just unfortunately stopped by the COVID. And so Wasatch High School basically starting over again with their first season here with girls lacrosse. So Coach Trish Miller, once again, we thank you for joining us here on the Scoreboard, and we feel like Wasatch High School is in good hands with you, Coach.
Make sure you tune into the Scoreboard every Tuesday and Friday at 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. with the reruns every Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m. and 12 p.m. right here on Park City TV. And make sure you go to parkcity.tv and go to all of Park City TV social media for more web-exclusive content.